Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and I'm going to be going over on how to manually score the DAYC. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to find our raw score. So the way that we're going to find that is first we're going to look at each individual domain. So for example, for this one, we are looking at this adaptive section. Our child is 36 months, so we are going to be starting on number 34. That's going to be our age starting point. Next, we're going to be finding our basal and our ceiling. So our basal are those three consecutive ones, and then our ceiling is those three consecutive zeros. So how we're going to find the raw score is we're going to start counting from our basal and going all the way down, counting all the ones before we hit our ceiling. So for example, here we have 29, 30, 31. And then we have one more down here. So 29, 30, 31 plus 1 is going to give us a raw score of 32. If there are anything that the child gets below that ceiling, we're not going to be counting it for the scoring purpose. So now we are left with our raw score of 32. So let's just jot that down. So now we're going to go into step 2, which is converting that raw score to age equivalents. So what we're going to do is we're going to reference our converting raw scores to age equivalents form. Again, for this one, we're looking at that domain. So each domain is going to have its own section that we need to reference. So if you remember, our raw score was a 32. So the 32 doesn't come out on this one, so meaning we have to go to the next page. So here's the next page, again, looking under that adaptive domain, and here's our 32. So now we found that our age equivalent is 28. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jot that down. So we have a raw score of 32 and our age equivalent of 28. Step 3 is going to be converting that age equivalence to percent of delay. So there's two ways that we can find this number. The first one is calculating the percent of delay using the spreadsheet. Super easy. All you have to do is you have to add in the child's chronological age. You have to add in the age equivalence per the domain, and then it's going to give you that percentage of delay. So here, for example, the child is 36 months. They scored a 28 months in age equivalence for adaptive, and that percent of delay is 22. The second way that you can also find this number is using the formula, which is chronological age minus the age equivalence divided by chronological age times 100, and that's going to give you that percent of delay. So for example, our child is 36 months. That age equivalence is 28. So 36 minus 28 is going to give us 8. Then we're going to divide 8 by 36, multiply it by 100, and it's going to give us 22. So the percent of delay is 22. So now we have identified that the raw score for this child within the adaptive domain is 32. The age equivalence is 28, and the percent of delay is 22%. Thank you.